What if I told you the most terrifying pitcher in baseball history didn't peak in his 20s, didn't peak in his early 30s, but became nearly unstoppable after turning 35? Think about that for a second. Most pitchers are fighting injuries, declining velocity, or retirement by then. So how did a 6'10" left-handed pitcher throwing fastballs from a release point closer to home plate than anyone else somehow get better with age? And here's the real question. Was Randy Johnson human or something else entirely? Because once you see what happened next, you'll understand why hitters genuinely looked afraid to step into the box. Before Arizona, Randy Johnson was already great. A Cy Young winner, an all-star, a strikeout machine. Hitters knew his name. They feared the slider. They respected the fastball, but they didn't know what was coming. In 1998, the Arizona Diamondbacks, a franchise barely a year old, made a move that shocked baseball. They handed the keys to their future to a... Now pause right here. If you were a GM, would you bet millions on a pitcher entering his mid-30s? Because what Arizona got in return was something no one had ever seen before. From his very first start, Randy Johnson wasn't just pitching, he was overpowering. 9 strikeouts, 7 innings, and somehow that was only the beginning. So ask yourself, how does someone already elite suddenly unlock another level? Between 1999 and 2002, Randy Johnson didn't just lead the league in strikeouts, he owned it. 4 straight years, 4 straight strikeout titles, hundreds of innings, hundreds of batters, frozen in disbelief. At an age when pitchers usually slow down, Randy Johnson was throwing harder, lasting longer, and striking out more hitters than ever before. Let this sink in. In 1999 alone, he struck out 364 batters. That's not dominance, that's intimidation. Hitters walked to the plate already beaten. They chased sliders that vanished. They swung late on fastballs they knew were coming. So here's the question. How do you hit a pitch you can't even see properly? Especially when it's coming from a man who looks like he was built in a lab. Now, even if you don't follow baseball, there's one moment you've probably heard about: the pitch, the fastball, the bird, a 100-mile-per-hour throw that literally erased a bird from existence. Funny, yes, but also terrifying, because if that could happen to a bird, what chance did hitters have? And that leads to the biggest stage of all. In 2001, Randy Johnson didn't just dominate the regular season, he dominated October. He pitched on short rest, he closed games he had no business closing. He stared down the Yankees and didn't blink. Game 6, 7 innings, season on the line. Game 7, less than 24 hours later, and still Randy Johnson took the ball. Ask yourself this: who does that and actually succeeds? 4 batters faced, 4 outs recorded. The Diamondbacks won the World Series, and Randy Johnson became something more than great. He became mythical. So here's the real question I'll leave you with. Was Randy Johnson the last pitcher who could truly dominate both volume and power? Or will we ever see someone again who gets better with age, terrifies hitters, and rewrites what we think is possible? Because until then, there will only ever be one big